Our kids match is taking place on center court. Let's send it over to Maddie Bishop for the call.
All right, thanks there, Dane. Thanks, everybody. Welcome back. We're here for the AVPFirst Seattle Open Gold Series event. This is the U16 final. So Kelly and Sarah there, many say they are the immediate future of beach volleyball in the United States. What we're looking at here is some of the best the Pacific Northwest has to offer as far as the slightly more distant future of beach volleyball. Team in the green tops on the right side of the screen. That's Avi and Eris Vetter, the sisters out of Olympia, Washington. They're facing off against Bailey Showalter and Piper Ferch. Both of these teams from Dakine Beach Volleyball here in the Tacoma area. Part of what has become a really rich beach volleyball community here in the Pacific Northwest. Of course, most folks who know beach know that Seaside, Oregon is the home of the largest beach doubles tournament in the world every August. Over the last few years, the junior programs have been developing, putting some teams onto the national scene. It's Avi Vetter back to serve. 15-11 is where we pick this one up. She's working on Bailey Showalter. Bailey Showalter, class of 2022. Her and her partner Piper Ferch get the point there. These kids are battling, well, actually both of these teams have won an automatic bid to the AVPFirst National Championships in Hermosa Beach. That's coming up in July, right alongside the Hermosa Beach Open for the pro event. So these two teams will be there, as well as 4 other teams from the Pacific Northwest through zonal qualification in the AVP America system. Piper Ferch serving 13-15 after the side switch. She's working on Eris Vetter. Nice swing from Eris, the younger of the two Vetter sisters. Of course, we mentioned Seaside Beach Volleyball. We mentioned Dakine. There's also a couple AVP academies here in the Pacific Northwest. One run by Northwest Juniors up out of Snohomish, Washington. The other is in Yakima, Washington. So the AVP with a big presence there. We have players from Lake Chelan area in the tournament here. K-Beach representing, as well as some players from north of the border coming down from Vancouver to participate in the Seattle Gold Series event. Difficult event to get into. You had to have enough points in the AVP America standings to qualify. There were a number of teams that did not make it. Just part of the growth that we've seen here in the AVPFirst in the Pacific Northwest over the last 4 years. Nice dig there. That's Avi Vetter with the big swing, and she gets that one past Showalter. 18-14 now for the Vetters. Avi to the service line. If you're interested in trying to get into some of these larger events, if you want to play on the same court that the pros play on, you can check out avpfirst.com or avpamerica.com to learn how the junior events stack up in your neighborhood. Of course, my club, Uprising Volleyball, runs a host of AVP America events. You earn enough points, you can qualify not only for the Gold Series events, but also for the National Championship. That's our next stop coming up in Hermosa. If your club wants to travel to Hermosa Beach, you're concerned that you don't have enough points yet to get into the National Championship, you can sign up and be part of the AVPFirst Club Championship happening in Hermosa Beach as well, coming up this July. That should be 19-16 on the side switch. The Vetters in control here as we get into crunch time. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. We're going to throw back to a men's match here coming up in just a minute. I believe we've got Casey Patterson and Chase Budinger on Stadium Court. I see Tim Baumgren and Troy Field warming up. So we get a timeout from the kids. We'll say a quick thank you to the AVPFirst sponsors, Hydroplask, helping take care of these events, Rocks Volleyball, Wilson, Life West Chiropractic College, and Breakwater Shades, all helping to make some of the best competitive and some of the best community events in the country happen. So the competitive series we talked about through AVPFirst and AVP America, the community events are a little bit different animal. There'll be one of those going on here at Lake Sammamish State Park on Sunday, as we the AVP First, the other half of their mission is to expose athletes who might not otherwise get the opportunity to participate in beach volleyball to the game of beach volleyball. So they make a lot of opportunities. Hey everybody, they make a lot of opportunities with the AVP First for athletes to come out and experience the game for the first time. They also help with court building projects. It's a fantastic program. You can learn a little bit more about that through AVPFirst.com. Back to the action, 19-16. Here's Bailey Showalter running around behind. She chips that one off the block of AVPFirst. The Vetter sisters, both interested in a college that we've been asked not to speak about because they have very high standards in their in how they handle their commitment process. All of these athletes will find themselves playing at the next level if they so desire. Just a huge shout out to the chunk of work that's being done here in the Pacific Northwest by Dakine Beach Volleyball Club. Also, we mentioned, you know, K-Beach, the AVP Northwest Academies in Yakima and Northwest Juniors. The Alki Volleyball Association is a huge part of what we do. Bad Boys Beach Volleyball at Seaside. The last 5 years have been incredible for the growth of beach volleyball in the Pacific Northwest. That ball's just long, and we are tied at 19, so the kids, as Dane calls them, they're going to put on a show. The Vetters are going to take a timeout. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Matty Bishop. We've got lots more fun coming up here on the Amazon Prime broadcast. One more match from Stadium Court for you. Troy Field and Tim Baumgren. What makes Troy Field and Tim Baumgren so good? Everybody trying to answer that question right now. They'll face off against Chase Buttinger and Casey Patterson. Casey Patterson's been up here to the Pacific Northwest. He's invested some in our beach community, ran a clinic for us at Uprising Volleyball right when we first got started. A lot of help from the AVP actually to get beach volleyball rolling here in the Pacific Northwest. Jeremy K-Spear has invested a ton in this community. He's a former Seaside champion, comes back to work with clinics and camps. Kame Schalk has been up here quite a bit. April Ross has visited a couple times. Ed Ratledge, just not too long ago, we had Mark Burrick up here. Huge connections to the AVP. If you're looking for a place to travel that's a little off the beaten path and play some great beach volleyball, the Pacific Northwest is the spot to do it. Bailey Showalter with the serve. Eris Vetter chops that ball off the net. Showalter with an easy one. Gets an open net and off the hands of Avi Vetter, and it is match point. No freeze for the AVP First matches. Showalter back to serve, 20 serving 19. This is for the AVP First Gold Series Seattle Open Championship. Here's Eris Vetter, nice pickup by Piper Ferch. She gets up, chops that ball down the line, and it is Bailey Showalter and Piper Ferch, 21-19 over Avi and Eris Vetter. That is the U16 final for the AVP First Seattle Open Gold Series event. Thanks for watching, everybody. You want to learn more? Check out AVPFirst.com. And coming up here in just a couple minutes, we've got Chase Buttinger, Casey Patterson against Troy Field and Tim Baumgren. Hey, thanks so much for watching, everybody. More AVP action on the way. I'm Matty Bishop. We'll catch you next time.